And it looks like we've arrived at the Forest Haven. Yes, do you not see what rises up from the horizon? That is where you must go, the Forest Haven. Surprisingly, this is the second island. If it followed most of the other Zelda sequences, this would be the first one. It may appear as though this is a great tree rising up far above the ocean's surface, but it is a sacred place. Inside this grotto is where you will find the spirit of the earth, the great Deku Tree. You must speak with the Deku Tree and receive from him the sacred gem known as Feror's Pearl. I fear that Ganon's vile hand may have already reached this most sacred of sanctuaries. Go forth with caution. As always. So now that we're actually on an island, the sun will rise fairly quickly. And then it'll cease to rise because we're on an island and for some reason time does not pass when you're on an island. Anyway, grab your grappling hook and you will get a Bokobaba seed off of these Bokobabas. They won't become relevant until after we beat the second dungeon, but if you really want to maximize your use of those things, grab 15 of them. And you will get something cool. Anyway, just slice at these guys with your sword until they stand up on their stems, and then you can slice their heads off. Nothing too difficult so far. Just be careful that you're not ambushed by some like this, because they tend to hide behind tall blades of grass, and you can't see them coming. Anyway, it's been a while since we've had one of these, but we're using the grappling hook to actually swing now. And good old Octorok, buddy. Put up your shield. Put up your shield. And no matter what direction that you're holding it, as long as the thing hits your shield, it'll reflect directly back at the Octorok. So you don't even need to be trying to reflect it straight back at him. It's just going to go exactly where it came from. Anyway, we do a little bit of island hopping over here. Nothing too bad. Nothing too difficult. Try to reflect this thing so the Octorok does not bother you. Come on, buddy. I don't know how you even fit in that tiny little pool over there, because it's just about as shallow as water gets in this game. Where the Octorok is hiding in a foot of water beats me. But now we're inside the Forest Haven. It looks like one of the classic forest areas in a Zelda game, doesn't it? With the little green specks flying all around, you got these fireflies. You know what, speaking of fireflies, I don't know if there's one that we can get right off the bat, or if we have to wait until after the second dungeon to get it, but it should be around here somewhere. I don't feel like coming back in here later to get it, but it may not show up until later anyway. It would actually be over there, wouldn't it? Is it here? Oh, it is here. Okay, so let's pull out the empty bottle that we just got and capture this thing before I forget about it. You caught a forest firefly in your bottle. A strange light emanates from this mystical creature. But that doesn't make it any different from the fairy, because the fairy... whatever. We're not going to be using the bait for a while anyway. Ooh, it's a great big tree inside a great big tree. And he's got a blister or a pimple. Plenty of colored pimples on that tree. Oh, how disgusting. Oh my god, it's a face! It's a face! What do we do? Let's make his problem our own! But before we move on, green chew jelly, exactly like red chew jelly, except you get green potions from it instead of red. And because I have nothing better to do, I'm just going to spam these things for their chew jelly. And I don't know why. I love chew jelly, I guess. Yeah, that's enough. Where did they all go? Oh, they came back. Can I just grind for chew jelly? Or are they all gone? I want to know. No, I can't grind for chew jelly this way. Anyway, the green ones kind of stay down for a little bit. Damn it, these chew jellies are... You are chews, you're not difficult to defeat. There we go.
That garb you wear, could you be the legendary hero? Has the king at long last found the hero of time?
Huh?
What is the matter? Do you not understand the ancient Hylian tongue? So you are not the hero of time.
Dude, what the hell was this guy saying? I don't understand a word of it.
I must apologize, I was in error. I saw your clothing and I suddenly felt the longing for an age gone by. That longing caused the ancient tongue to pass my lips. I am the guardian spirit of the forest haven, the Deku tree. I owe you my thanks for your aid in ridding me of those foul creatures. Tell me, was it not the King of Red Lions, the boat who speaks, who led you to this place?
Yes, it was.
So it is true. Then you have come here because you need the Pearl of the Goddesses.
Yes, indeedy.
I see. I knew there was a reason that monsters had begun to congregate in the regions around my wood. Now I understand it. He has returned. Ganon has returned. In that case, we must make haste. Koroks, little children of the woods, this traveler is not your enemy. Let your hearts be at ease and show yourselves.
Koroks? Those don't look anything like the Kokiri. Oh, mysteries abound about these strange little tree fellows. If they're at all descendants of the of the Kokiris. Because it is the Great Deku Tree, you imagine that they must be. And it's kind of funny if they would evolve into little tree people. But these are the Koroks. Cute little things, too.
As it happens, you have come just in time for a ceremony that the Koroks hold but once every year. It is about to begin. I shall grant the pearl to you once their ceremony is complete. I must apologize for this brief delay, but if the ceremony is not completed soon, an ill fate could befall us. So let it begin. Are you ready, my children?
Yes, let's all delay just because we want to be like the Rito tribe. They had their own problem and they wouldn't let us go until we solved it.
What is the matter, Linder? You and Makar are always late. Late!
No, it is not the Great Deku Tree. Makar, he fell to the Forbidden Woods.
What? The Forbidden Woods?
I told him to be careful, but still Makar flew over the Forbidden Woods as they drew close to it.
Foolish little Makar. UniGiant, have you heard all of this?
Of course I have. You're not speaking in weird tongues.
The Forbidden Woods are right beside the hallowed island of the Forest Haven. Those woods, the whole region is a vile place that is home to evil beasts. And now it seems that they've taken a child of the forest named Makar. Your presence here is no mistake, I deem. The King of Red Lions likely expects great deeds of you. It is why he brought you here. I am so sorry to ask you this, but will you go to rescue young Makar for me?
Can I get any of these pearls without having to work for them, please? Can you just give them to me?
You are right. It is not possible to enter those woods from the sea, is it? UniGiant, I guess from your size that you are heavier than my Korok children because of your fat ass. Yet I think we may still be able to solve this dilemma. You must use the item I shall bestow upon you and fly through the sky.
Dude! That's not how you grow leaves.
Forgive me, UniGiant, but could you climb all the way up to my crown and get the leaf from up there? Because I just couldn't be bothered to shake it off the branch. Because I am a lazy son of a bitch, and it is your job to do everything on your own.
God damn it. Ooh, look at this. We can launch ourselves from these flower buds. Pretty neat. Just make sure you line yourself up properly and tilt the control stick in the direction that you want to go. Otherwise, you'll go flying off. You don't want to go flying off. At least I don't. Line ourselves up properly with this swing. Because we have to swing to the next one. Nope. That's not how you want to go. I'm going to try my best not to fall off here because it takes a couple of 30 seconds or so to work my way back up, and I don't feel like doing that. So let's not mess up any of these jumps. Because all of these stems are nice and straight, you can pretty much line yourself up with those, with the stem of the bud that's right in front of you, and you should be fine. And there we go! You got a leaf! A leaf? Plant your feet on the ground and use it to blow blasts of air at objects and enemies that mysteriously does not have any sort of recoil at all. You can also jump in the air and use your magic power to drift on air currents. I don't know why you need magic to be able to glide, but in this game you apparently do. I suppose they didn't have any other use for magic in this game. Whatever. We can now fly, as I alluded to earlier, and I'm going to try to make this jump, if this thing will stop moving. There we go. And we can get all the way out here. I forget what's out here, but all I know is that we want to go here for some reason. Although this is not the way they intended us to go. Hey, look at that! I wonder what we're supposed to do over there. Because it looks like they want us to fly over there. Now the question is there like something we can do over here before we go there? Should I jump down there? Before I do, I should not be an idiot. I should actually change the direction of the wind. This is another reason you will want to change the direction of the wind. It is so you don't fly in weird places. Because if I had just jumped off right there, I would have been blown straight back. But I'm going to change the direction of the wind northwest so I can fly to that little island over there and figure out what the hell it's for. And what I like to do is zoom in the map and go as far above with the camera as I possibly can so I can see that I'm right above the island. I'm surprised he only took a half-hearted damage over there. So there's this weird person who says that we need to activate some sort of weird switch, which is all the way up there. How do we get it, you ask? Well, it just so happens that I have a Hui pair, and there are seagulls flying all around. So now we get to magically control the seagull! Awesome! And the seagull can fly all the way over to the switch, and the seagull can hit the switch, and open up this place. Awesomeness! So she goes jumping in, and we will go after her into the Nintendo Gallery. Membership required to enter. I don't have membership, do I? Hello there, Miyamoto. Apparently, he's not going to let us go in any of these doors unless we show him a fully colored picture of something he can make a figurine out of which we have none because our Pictobox only takes black and white pictures. So we can't do anything here quite yet, and it's a pretty lengthy business if you want to get every single figurine in the game, but I will get into that when we actually come back with a colored pictograph for him. Anyway, just because I don't feel like drowning, I'm going to change the direction of the wind and fly back to the beginning of the island, so I can make my way all the way back up to where we left off. So I will meet you there. So we have made it back up to the top platform again, and I forget if we want to go over to the other side for anything. Let me see if I can get some magic before we go. I know it refills your magic when you go back into those things, but I don't know if it refills it all the way. So I'm going to see if I can make it all the way over to the other side from here. Think I can? Let's see. Can I make it? I made it all the way here! Now let's refill on our magic, because I know we're going to have to do a little bit of flying when we get out there. We have no magic refills. Terrific. Hopefully there's some outside here.